Let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the pursuit of justice for those that have been injured. My name is Eric Hagan, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our detail-oriented trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
A new school year is here with summer coming to an end, and it's time to get into proper shoes. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this August with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoe with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. Don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start the fall season off right with the August athletic shoe sale at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Our lives only have so much time, but if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter, and the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? Happy Monday. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman. The crew, Old School crew, coming at you live, 1040 O Street. We are brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and 168th and Maple, up there in the O, or the Metro, like they like to call it. A lot going on. A pretty good sports weekend. It's going to be even better sports weekend because we do actually have for a full slate of preseason football. But more importantly, as we, on the crossover, DP, me and Austin, we're talking about my man, Sherrone Moore. It's called a, notice of allegations going to Michigan. And people wondered why a lot of guys didn't interview for that job. It's probably one of those things. We're going to hire you. You're going to have to deal with some more BS. And this is the first little kind of nugget of it, of what could be coming down the pipe. What was your thoughts about the, from the NCAA's standpoint that he would be one of the coaches that'd be at level 2, which is obviously not a good level to be at.
Well, I mean, they knew.
Yeah.
He knew. Michigan knew. none of this just happened. This was all stuff that was in record 6 months ago, championship night. It was on record. And they knew that you weren't getting a straight story. Now, I am slightly surprised that they went through and didn't make the change. But I guess they figure what we know versus what we think we know. We'll keep more instead of starting over.
Yeah.
And that if it doesn't work, no big deal, right? You'll just start over. But the fact that the NCAA, the Big Ten Conference, Michigan, and Coach Moore all knew what was in the report. They all knew what had happened. They all know what he did, or what at least what is said that he did, and he didn't deny.
Yeah.
That,
right.
Yeah. Like he didn't deny it. He didn't go, "Oh, it wasn't me." This is part of the pettiness that reminds me of why I don't want to give Michigan credit. For you to just like, I can't, this is who you are, and that's okay. If you're cool with being that Michigan, don't bother me.
Right.
But in the game of football and business, this is what you're doing. You literally did everything. You did too much. It's one thing to say plausible deniability. He didn't know. No, bro, this is against you. This isn't against Harbaugh. These are for things that Coach Moore did,
including 52 deleted text messages.
It's like, wait a minute. Again, your head coach, the statement being made, and if he just said, "Hey, listen," like it's a perfect opportunity. Just go, you know what? This is what happened. This is what happened. Okay. Again, it wouldn't take the title away from Michigan. Yeah. It wouldn't take away from the accomplishment. He could have just reset the ship. Like he could have reset the direction.
Yeah. Or expectations.
And he chose not to. So so did Michigan. And so did the Big Ten. And so did the NCAA.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that in the moment you got the juice versus squeeze. I think they still know now nothing really of a big magnitude will come down the pipe for Michigan and Coach Moore. I think when it's all said and done, even if they lay down a, say, 6-game suspension, there'll be injunctions, and then it'll go down to 2, and it'll be maybe even next year or when, a team that they'd be, usually favored against. And so Michigan, I think, in their quest to really put the golden stamp of getting on the same level and beating Ohio State, they need that, right? You got to think what Michigan has done, where they, from a mentality standpoint, along with Coach Harbaugh, you built the program up. You almost got fired during the COVID, right? And then you come out of it, and then you get past Ohio State, and you get demolished by Georgia. I mean, just embarrassed, right? You come back the next year, do the same thing, beat Ohio State your way, and are a better team. And we call it, you got your pants pulled down and spanked on the butt against TCU, outcoached, outclassed, all there is to it, right? And then now this is all or nothing. And we saw this at Big Ten, media days, not this year, but last year. This is their mentality. It was all or nothing. They were so hyper-focused, and so they pushed all the chips in. They were willing to do anything and everything. And that's respectable, right? Because you have one common goal. Now, when you go to the coaches, it's bigger than just Sherrone Moore in the text messages, right? Because they eventually were going to. You weren't delay. All you did is delay the inevitable. They're going to go get the text messages. It's more, you got to go even farther, where you had the assistant coach that left campus that broke into, I think, other coaches' emails and even Coach Harbaugh's email, right? Mm-hmm. That type of stuff. You got to look at the kind of the culture where they were doing it. And sometimes when you get beat by a rival like that and that much, you're willing to do anything. Yeah. And that's where they're at. But I don't think that anything big will happen from it.
Couple things. First of all, we have a statement from Jim Harbaugh at Chargers practice today. It's pretty rich. Never lie, never cheat, never steal. I was raised with that lesson. I have raised my family on that lesson. I've preached that lesson to the teams that I've coached. No one's perfect. If you stumble, you apologize and you make it right. Today, I do not apologize. I did not participate, was not aware nor complicit in those said allegations. So for me, it's back to work and attacking with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Jim Harbaugh, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have said anything.
It's like it
comment.
is the Eddie Murphy comedy routine. Who you gonna believe? Me or your lying eyes?
Yeah.
Like it's and he's moved along. And that was a part of the plan. And that was a part of what everybody said they were gonna do. We'll just keep it moving. And quite frankly, the news cycle turns every 24 hours.
It'll be something else.
Right. It'll be something else. There's another story. There's another allegation. There's another person who made a mistake. And again, I'm not saying chop off with his head because you made a mistake. There is a point where you just admit the mistake and then move on, because that's the thing. Like, did you learn the lesson? Okay, I did a stupid thing. Now I'm not doing a stupid thing anymore. Nobody beyond that at Michigan is saying we're no longer going to do what the thing that we did that was wrong. Just again, as a coach, you can say, I messed up.
Yeah.
It's okay to say I messed up, because we all have. Everybody evaluating, everybody judging, we all messed up. Then you go, I learned.
Yeah.
I'm smarter now than I was. I'm never going to do that again.
Yeah, I think coaches won't admit that they were cheating because that probably could void their contract. I'm assuming, right? Say you start losing, they'd be like, hey, well, right?
That's how I kind of see. I see this going one of two ways for Sherrone more specifically. Either Michigan and Sherrone Moore are going to get hammered with this because Sherrone's a repeat offender, at least possible, because of COVID dead period violations. So either Michigan all of a sudden finds its moral compass and says, nope, we can't stand for this. Sherrone Moore, you're out, thus making him the fall guy. He's gone immediately. Or what Michigan does is they say, we're complicit in this. We think you're a good coach. We want to give you a shot. He goes 8-4, 9-3 for a few years. And then Michigan fires him quietly, saying, oh, we just won a national championship a few years ago. You're not upholding our high standards of success. And then after a few years, through multiple news cycles like you guys are mentioning, that's when they can officially do the big coaching search they maybe wanted to do after Harbaugh left, but knew that they couldn't, bring a coach into this steeping pile of doo-doo.
Yeah,
right
I think for Sherrone
That
Moore,
part.
and that's well, first of all, Sherrone Moore is part of it's his own doing, right? He broke the rules, and look, he's not the only coach out there that they all, there's a lot of coaches that.
Well, 7 of them were named.
Yeah, but I'm just saying everywhere. They, Tennessee and everything has done it. The hard thing for him is that, this is your first head coaching opportunity. I think they will keep him around, and then eventually, there'll be a bigger hire, that because it's already time heals it, right? And it's forgotten. There'll be a couple more national champions since then, and then they'll go it that way. It's almost like you remember DP when the Green Bay Packers had Ray Rhodes, and they hired him from Philly.
Yeah.
And when they hired him, it was like they already were writing his obituary in a couple years, right? And that's kind of where it's at. And so, it'll be the head of the news cycle until games start. There'll be a team that comes out of the, we'll talk about the top 25, like that, like Colorado last year, whoever it is this year, that'll be the news cycle. There'll be somebody that'll gamble too much to get caught, through, I don't even know if they even have rules on NCAA. We were just talking about the NFL rules. And then they'll just hope it goes away, and then it'll blow back up before.
Well, Alabama has been really good to Michigan.
Georgia's been really good to Michigan.
Georgia's been really good to Michigan. Florida's been really good to Michigan.
Yeah.
Like A&M has been really good to Michigan. USC has been really good to Michigan. And the whole point of it is that within the Big Ten, the conference itself, how they tell the story is important.
Right.
But then what the business partners say about Michigan. And it tells me a whole lot to have Ohio State just go, meh.
Well, I think with them that you don't. They feel like they didn't have to.
Well, don't justify. We don't need to validate it.
Yeah, you just keep moving on.
Yeah.
You had to cheat to beat us.
We need to beat you.
Yeah,
we need to beat you.
Yeah, so it's don't what do they say? Don't get in the what match with a skunk. So they just probably looking at it like that. But anyways, good first segment. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and we're going to talk about this new top 25 coming out. Thoughts and where it could be here in the first couple weeks. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and Jay Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy, hot, and humid with the high around 101. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 69. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and cooler. An afternoon high around 84. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Serve Nebraska is inviting you to help thank volunteers for their service to our communities. The Step Forward Awards are Nebraska's highest awards for volunteer service, and you can show your appreciation for their hard work by attending the awards luncheon coming up on October 4th in Omaha. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. Made possible by sponsors like Omaha Public Power District. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela. They let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
A new school year is here with summer coming to an end, and it's time to get into proper shoes. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this August with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoe with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. Don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start the fall season off right with the August athletic shoe sale at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman, Old School, 1040 O Street, the mecca of sports radio in this great state of Nebraska. But they came out with the first preseason poll, coaches poll, and usual suspects are in the top. I'll call them the usual suspects. I'll go top 5, right? 5 Alabama, 4 Texas, 3 Oregon, Ohio State 2, Georgia 1. Usual suspects. Then after that, Michigan's at 8, so there's a lot to talk about there. Ole Miss Rebels at 6, Notre Dame at 7. They got some bad news today. Florida State, Missouri, as Coach Osborne used to call them, Missouri Tigers, LSU Tigers, DP's Utah Utes at 13. Clemson Tigers, Tennessee Volunteers, Oklahoma. I won't even say that with any excitement. Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Miami Hurricanes, Aggies, top 20. Thoughts on those guys? Thoughts on 6 through 20? Let's go 6 through 10. Let's break it down. 6 through 10. Anybody that needs to be omitted, knocked down, or replaced, or all of it. That's all kind of the same thing.
I think it makes sense to me. Notre Dame, Michigan, Penn State are definitely in a tier to themselves. Order, we'll see. Florida State, I'm not sure about. So many unknowns for them after last year with me. Losing the edge rushers like they did.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that the story was Travis in the offense, but that defense would pop up and win them some games. So I don't know if Florida State's top 10, top 25. Yeah, top 10. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of we feel like we wronged you last year, so we're going to start you. We're going to start you off where we.
Here's some expectations you can't live up to. You're welcome.
See, told you so. Here's the thing about Florida State. I think DJ's a totally different player than Travis, right? But I think DJ, you can't get much better than that out of the portal. Especially, I think the confidence and success he had at Oregon State to bring it down there, right? Florida State's always going to have skill position guys. They're always going to have a back. I think they've gotten they've gotten a lot more physical up front. They actually were young last year on the offensive line. You can't replace essentially 2 first-round picks, right? Verse and Frisk. Frisk went early second round, but he was a first-round player. You can't replace that year in and year out, especially at a school where Norvell was he was on the hot seat before last year. But here's where Florida State and Norvell had done something really right. It's the second and third level. Those 3 linebackers are as good as anybody in the nation. Those 3. They're going to have to cover up a lot of, pimples or whatever from the front 4 until they get it going. That's where I think Florida State is going to be sneaky. Top 10 worthy, I don't know.
It's the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago. Somebody from the ACC will play themselves into the top 10. Somebody.
Yeah.
We don't particularly know who. I don't think we particularly care, quite frankly, because we still think they're just going to get fed to somebody from the SEC or Big Ten and take a thump. But nonetheless, somebody from the ACC will be in the playoffs. Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. The ACC will feed off itself. There'll be 1 left standing. At this point, would most likely be Florida State. We can say Clemson. We can maybe look at North Carolina. But Miami, right?
Yeah.
There's 4 teams you kind of go, okay, one of you will be in the top 10 simply just from wearing each other out.
Yeah. Last man standing.
Right? Literally, that's it. But the same thing in the inverse applies to the SEC and the Big Ten. Not everybody in this this top 10 from the Big Ten is going to finish in the top 10.
Right.
They're going to eliminate each other. The same for the SEC. And then that allows a Big 12 team, Utah, Kansas State, somebody sneaks in the door. Again, same thing. They're just going to outlast.
Yeah, just lay in the weeds.
Yeah, just hang out and let people like I said, it's like all of this is pro wrestling to me. Over the top rope, somebody will slide out the ring, wait until people beat each other up, and then at the end of it, they'll pop back in the middle of it and go, "Look, I don't have any bruises. I'm untouched. I've done a good job."
And when they first came out with 12, right? It took them 2 years to come out with 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why you heard the number 16 so quick. Remember, it was like we were talking about it on that Monday, and then they started talking about 16 on Friday. That's why. Because when I think this is part of the reason why. Because when you look at just the top 10, just from the Big Ten, Ohio State, Oregon now, right? Michigan and Penn State. That's 4 teams. Just if it stayed pat right now, right, and you took the top 12, they would be potentially in there. That's way too many.
Yep.
Well, you have to get down to number 10 to find. Well, yes, Notre Dame, if you want to count them, but Notre Dame's established enough. You have to get down to number 10 before you get a non-Big Ten and SEC.
Yeah.
Then the next one's at 13, 14.
There's no way this lands out.
Another run, though. Right? Someone's going to jump up.
Right.
They usually do.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not like we're looking at it. Not if you told me, let's take 3 of the Big Ten and 3 of the SEC. That's 6 teams, and you can't tell me that number 7 is also from one of those conferences.
See, this is where it's an interesting exercise to do it this way in this day and age, because there are more qualifiers for the playoffs. So maybe they're telling you that, Penn State will be better than Clemson, or maybe they're telling you that, LSU will be better than Oklahoma, but which one's more likely to qualify for the playoff?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or I guess a better example would be like Kansas State compared to Clemson, right? Maybe Clemson's that much better, but they're probably equally likely to make the college football playoff in the 12-team as conference champions. They should probably be moved higher up, even if they're not the most talented team.
But when they start doing their rankings towards the end of playoff time, right? End of conference
second
play,
half of the season, yeah.
right?
October,
when they start doing the rankings, is the ranking set up for most likely getting in the tournament and how you rank them, or is it how you think the teams are playing at that moment? And if they played each other, so which one is it?
Yeah,
It's always been that, because that's why you don't see obviously 1 through 4 has been in, but you won't see that this year, right? It's not going to be a power rankings of playoff seeding. It's going to be a who's playing the best right now. And then you'll see like number 17 get in as a conference champion.
That's what I was going to ask. Is there how many teams that are going to be ranked higher than teams that get in?
Oh, there's going to be a bunch.
Because that's going to be on every day. That's what everybody, it's kind of like the Florida State thing and all that. So you're
the saving grace is that this is the AP in the college football playoff rankings. They've always done 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The college football playoff rankings going into the playoffs, the last rankings they do rank the teams in order of how close they were to making the playoff. So the college football playoff rankings might be different than the AP poll rankings. So that's where we'll have to pay attention to which numbers we're looking at.
So Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan, Penn State are all in the top 9.
Right.
And for us to think that 4 Big Ten teams get into this playoff, possible?
It's possible if Ole Miss doesn't live up to standard, and say Bama just is having a hard time to transit, which even if they do, they'll still get them in. There has to be a conference that the whole thing, and it might be the ACC where everybody just is abysmal. That's how you might get a 4th. But the thing is, these Big Ten teams play each other, so they're gonna cannibalize each other. So you're gonna need some help to get 4.
And the second best team in the Big 12 and the ACC may only have 1 loss.
Yeah.
Right, which is the thing. Again, Georgia, Texas, Bama, Ole Miss, all in the top 6. That's 3 in the top 6, 4 in the top 11. If 8 of the 12 teams that we're talking about are from those 2 conferences, I wouldn't want to be the bowl committee. I wouldn't want to be a football fan, a college football fan, because that means 4 of the other top 12 teams are gonna feel slighted and like, hey, we did what we were supposed to do, and we still can't get in.
If that happens in a year, within the next, until in any year that before they go to 16, if that happens, I won't guarantee it. Big Ten and the SEC will be like, you know what, we're going to go do our thing.
Yeah, and it's 4. So 4 in the Big
because if they got 8 out of 12, why would they need the other 4?
Right. Four
Right.
of the Big Ten, 4 of the SEC, then take Big 12 champion, take independent and ACC. That's 11 of the 12. That's 11 of the 12.
There you go.
And number 12 is fully expecting at this point. You're looking at LSU's going, well, we already packed. We already packed. I don't know what y'all showing up for.
And that's the thing.
That doesn't include Tennessee, Oklahoma, Kansas State.
Right. And you know what? You know what also is that when you think about that, Austin, whether they want to break off, say they just say, you know, a few years they want to go off on their own, their argument would be like, our number 5 is better than your number 1 or 2. So why do we need to be messing with you?
You guys skipped right over 8. Right. We can pull off 8.
Yeah, we can do our own 12. They figured they can do their own 12. That's
well, they could.
Yeah.
And see, that's where
in their mind.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by the fact that they're going straight to just the 5 auto bids and not anymore, because maybe a more logical system would be the first round of playoff games is your conference championship game. And that determines seeding. So you're down to 6. The 2 highest get a bye. Set it up essentially like a Major League Baseball bracket.
Yeah, I mean I think they came out and you know what's crazy, for how many years have we been like, you know, need more than 4, we need more than 4, need more than 4. Now we got 12.
Not enough.
And then you're like, you know what? That's actually not enough.
Not enough.
And so it's going to be interesting how they attack it, because I mean, I think it's still going to be great football. I mean, I think it's going to be highly competitive, but it's good. Now the schedule makers, the coaches, how you play guys, you might have to play guys a little bit longer. So you're passing and it's not even the eye test. It's the people that'll go and rank you, that just are going to look at their phone. I was going to say newspaper, right? Say, oh, let's see, let's see what, you know,
the magazine,
right? Well, they're going to look at the box score. So say like, and this is what Clemson used to do all the time. So early in the season, they would get a lead, and then they would put, you know, the second and third string in there, and they'd be like, oh, you're not blowing people out. Well, Dabo was, you know, building depth. You might not be able to do that, especially if you're in that range from, let's say, 8 to 16, and you're trying to,
or you're a bounce away.
Right, you're a bounce away, but you're trying to say you win your game and say somebody else loses. You want to get up 2 spots to give yourself a little bit of a cushion. But if you get it too close of a game, right, that's not the simple low-hanging fruit, then you might get penalized. Oh, well, you couldn't beat so-and-so that much. Well, they're not going back and watching, saying, you know what, we want to get like our second and third team left tackle and quarterback and receiver some work, because our starters are a little dinged up and we got the game under control. They're looking at what they can sell to the networks and saying, this is who's going in. So the thing is, they got to think about a lot of other things that don't have to do with football.
But there's comedy in the idea that there's the 12. And if you just went by rankings just to entertain yourself and amuse yourself, none of these programs are in the discussion based on how they've set it up so far. A&M, Texas A&M, not in the discussion. USC, not in the discussion. Iowa, not in the discussion. Miami, not in the discussion. Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Clemson, Utah.
USC, too. I mean, obviously, they were 8-5 last year, but they're always
and all
getting
of
the benefit of the doubt.
Block of folks who, if you ask the fans today, yeah, we deserve to get a little credit because of who we are and what we've done. That 12 is guaranteed to set some things on fire.
Yeah, and you know what's even crazier? Before we go to break, when we kind of deviled in these preseason rankings and we talked about, or the teams where they've been talked about, they're going to be possibly to get into the playoff. One of the teams that you hear on every single network from every, you know, big time sports media head is Virginia Tech. They're not even in here. You know, Louisville is ranked higher than them. Washington had got more votes than them. Virginia Tech, you know, quiet as kept. They could be that team.
SMU.
You know what I mean? Out of the ACC, I mean, you know, so it's going to be
in SMU and the ACC now.
Yeah. It doesn't even seem right. I'm still thinking that like they're in the like SWAC or whatever they were in.
Can I pitch this as well? That would either of you be surprised if Cal or Stanford won the ACC this year?
Yes.
Yeah, they're garbage.
Yes, they're very bad.
Cal's a little bit better. Cal's will be all right.
Cal's be mid.
No, they're not going to be a threat, but they'll be better than what you think, though. They had a good portal. They had a good portal.
Nothing would surprise me in the ACC. Literally nobody winning the ACC. Nobody. If it's Wake Forest, I wouldn't be surprised. None of it. Georgia Tech, none of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's up in there.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
Anyways, we're going to take a quick break, come back. Jay Foreman, DP Austin. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
A new school year is here with summer coming to an end, and it's time to get into proper shoes. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this August with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoe with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. Don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start the fall season off right with the August athletic shoe sale at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Hey, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. It's official. Wedding season is here, and we know that every detail counts. From bridal party gifts to the finishing touches for the bride and groom, discover our exclusive selection of watches and fine jewelry. Did you know we even offer in-house engraving? Celebrate your special day with a personal touch and a timeless gift they'll cherish forever. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Power outages can impact traffic lights. If you come across a non-functioning traffic light, treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Learn more safety tips at les.com/safety.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman. Old school. Quick segment here before we get to the top of 5 o'clock hour. To round out that top 25 per se, are teams like Kansas. And not the funny thing about it, I could tell you what, if there's ever a coach that's laying in the weeds, that's going to try to use it as motivation, Kurt Ferentz is going to use that number 25. Now, has Iowa done anything to say, really merit saying being in the top 15? But I think they're probably the safest pick out of the the big names in the Big Ten, and they probably feel that no matter what the year circumstances, they can beat a team like Kansas. No matter what the circumstances, they could probably beat Oklahoma State based on their style, so forth and so on. They're probably looking at a lack of respect. I think what this tells you, with them being 25, the eye test is not what they want in that first year. Now, if Iowa plays their way into it, so be it. But they're starting them out so low. You're gonna have to do some stuff. You're gonna have some breaks, because their schedule is actually easy. So you're not gonna be able to have like that, big upset, huge win. Okay, well, now you're on national TV. It's kind of like, oh yeah, Iowa won 17-14. All right, you instead of being 25, we got you at 23. Thank you. So
yeah, I'm laughing at the fact that when you look at the list, at 46, 47 is Nebraska.
Yeah,
they actually got votes of consideration, which leads me to ask, what does that mean? Does it mean anything to Nebraska? Does it mean anything to the fans? Does it mean anything to either of you that somebody felt enough about Nebraska improving to give them votes in this poll?
I think it's prove it mode. Show me something. If people want to. I doubt anyone's saying Nebraska is the 25th best team in the country right now. My guess is the people that voted, probably that voted for Nebraska, is projecting that by the end of the year, they will be there. Because I know some people will rank the teams in order for where they are right now in their estimation. Others will try to predict it at the end of the year. Who do I think is going to be here? How close was I? So I think it really depends on who the voter was and what their mindset was. But I don't think it means much more than, hey, someone thinks Nebraska's at least mildly interesting.
I think they, think you got, for where Nebraska set you up with some potential to improve and get in that top 25. I think you're on. Okay, we seen what you guys did. You got the number one quarterback. We seen what you guys did in transfer portal. We saw you guys going to November last year, 5-3. You guys were making some sort of progress and noise, and you looked a little bit different, right? Like, a big thing for is like, what does it look like? So that means they're trusting the staff and everything they did through the portal this year, and it should be, better. They're letting you know, okay, you've done some things. We got you. We kind of are taking notice. Now it's like it's like you said, it's improvement mode, which is actually a good position for where Nebraska is at to be. You have a schedule that is somewhat friendly, and you can show people that you have the maturity. I think when you beat teams that you're supposed to, I think that's the maturity of like your players to say, you know what, we're preparing. Every game is got to be our best game, and it might not be your best looking game, but you want to start stacking wins.
And guess what you just described? Program number 25 in these rankings.
Yeah, and obviously they're farther ahead of it, and they got their stuff like that. But so they got good opportunity, and it's now there'll be more. We've been in places where you ain't even a thought. So, we'll see.
And these are coaches.
Huh?
They're two coaches,
right? And that's where you're showing it. You like that, right? So I was saying, if they say you don't, and it has been prior, to kind of let you know what the coaches think about your program, but they also think Nebraska's on the come up. We're gonna take a quick break. Come back, top 5 o'clock hour. They had the NFL top 100 come out. It's interesting. I want DP and Austin to think of if they've ever seen or been, in recent history, a guy get paid off being ranked the number one player. Tyreek Hill obviously is active outside of football like no other. Drew Rosenhaus and his brother Jason Rosenhaus took this fictitious ranking to the Dolphins and got him and Waddle paid. Think about that, Austin and DP. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With Gold Class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Right now at Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. And I mean everything. Top-tier equipment? Check. 24-hour access? You bet. Free fitness training? Always. Workouts in the free PF app? What'd I tell you? Even super friendly team members.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness.
Oh, hey, I was just mentioning you.
Hey.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th. See Home Club for details.
LES is proud to be powered by your family, your friends, your neighbors, local people serving local people. Learn more about what a career at LES can offer you at les.com/careers.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy, hot, and humid with the high around 101. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 69. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and cooler. An afternoon high around 84. Meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA on Saturday, August 10th at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 9 fights are scheduled for the night, including professional lightweight and welterweight bouts, and the main event of Donnie Bush versus Micah Washington in the professional welterweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the MMA fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust,
We would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up, we're back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman, the Old School crew, brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese, Special Ingredients Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and 168th and Maple up there in the O. Like I alluded to, has there ever been an agent or a representative to take a player voted list, and who knows if those are real votes because they only asked certain players, right? It's not like they polled the whole team. Take that list to a, to the negotiating table and get your client a smooth new $90 million when he had 3 years left on his contract.
I don't even understand how it's possible. Nobody in the Dolphins just went, nope, no. Tyreek, no. Tyreek, no. No. Drew Rosen, no.
Well, they must have called him. And here's why, because I think Waddle probably was first in line. Then he's like, well, I got both of my clients. They must have been in the giving mood because you gave Tua $200-something million, and he was happy. He went and he pretty much told everybody I've been stealing.
And they didn't learn from that.
Well, they did it all at once.
They did.
They say we're jumping into abyss. We're all going together. Kumbaya.
What did they go back and give Zach Thomas some extra money? Did they go back and give Jason Taylor a raise? Did they go back and hook up David Archer and Andre Franklin and
David Woodley?
Like, did you just giving out money randomly? Like, it's.
I mean, they're now to be fair, both of the receivers, they've been consistent. That's number one, and they've been available. That's number two.
How consistent? Where would you put them as receivers?
As a duo?
As a duo and individually
they're up there. I mean, obviously Tyreek is up there. I mean, my number one guy is Devontae Adams or Jefferson or Chase. Now, but then here comes Tyreek. Well, here comes Tyreek. And when you're number 4 in the league with a plethora of receivers, there you go. And then Waddle's coming up the back end of that second tier guys in my ranking as well.
Who's the 4th best quarterback? 4th best running back? Because if you're not
in the league,
yeah,
it ain't Tua.
Like if you throwing money, that kind of money around because you kind of top 5, maybe top 5.
The thing that's ironic,
I think, also it's the going rate though too. So
does it have to be though? Is my question, because think about where Tyreek Hill came from with the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs said we can't afford to do this. It's now that Tyreek Hill's not a good player. The Chiefs said we can't afford to pour this much money into it. Guess who just kicked Miami's butt last year? Kansas City did. So what is Miami doing? The exact opposite of the 3 out of 4 Super Bowl winners, the back-to-back Super Bowl winners. Not saying they're not both good players, but they're also doing it the exact opposite way that has been proven to work for the last 5 years.
Yeah, and you know what's weird is because now the Chiefs were doing it because they knew they pushed their chips in on Mahomes and Kelsey, right? And Andy Reid's philosophy is extremely different than McDaniel. And the importance to each franchise is different.
But the salary cap's the salary cap.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. The salary cap and how you manage it, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this had to be on their docket, DP, because they let Christian Wilkins essentially go for a pack of gum and a Snickers, which when you think about how you compete with a team like Kansas City or even like Baltimore, whoever would be in or Buffalo, I mean, you got to win your division. you need that centerpiece of your defense, which you let go. Then let's not forget, I think Baker, who was one of their top leading linebackers, is also gone. So now it's letting you know that it's all style and flash and dash, right? It's kind of a smoke screen, right? And I didn't realize teams do this a lot. And the Miami's going to be a good team, so don't mistake my words. But I didn't realize teams did this until I got to talk to Bobby Greer after I left Houston.
You got till September 12th, man.
What?
Bills Dolphins.
Oh, have you been around? I mean, Jake was in there. Miss Naya over there, little AD as I like to call her. She heard him. Harrison heard it. Jake came in. DP, here's the funny thing, Austin. Jake came in. Austin. Jake, no, listen.
Stir it up.
But it's unsolicited, though. I do not ask for trouble. I do not do it. I just answer.
Jay walked in here. He sat down. Jake walked in and said, Jay, what about my guy, Tim Bowers?
Right, yeah.
Quote.
Right. Two Toes Tim. Yeah. I gave him props on air.
Mhm.
Then I go into the producer's room. This is unsolicited. I'm saying I was in there. I was talking to Harrison and Naya and all that. And then here comes Jake. I'm excited. This is it. This is the year. Blah, 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 right? I said, Jake, what happened last year? You swept us. What happened the year before? Well, we won one game in Miami. We are the 4-time AFC East champs. And I said, do you want to wager another tomahawk? He said, sure. What do you think? You know I did. And I'm just saying, man. I mean, Tyreek Hill is one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous receiver in the league. The problem I had with this NFL top 100 list, and let's give it up to Drew Rosenhaus, right? Hey, listen, if you listen, you college kids out here, if you want listen, and if you want just a straight agent, a guy that's going to get you paid, and he takes care of his players both long term, he ain't going to do nothing with you after you get out the NFL. But you listen, while you in the NFL, he's going to do everything in his power, and you're going to have everything that you want. That dude knows how to negotiate.
Is he the Scott Boras of the NFL?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jerry Maguire was not a lie.
But here's what he does.
It wasn't a lie.
Here's where he's smarter than everybody, a lot of other agents, right? And I think it's a lot of smoke and mirrors with how he presents himself and all that. He has so many clients that are so good. They know these GMs know if you do one of my guys wrong, he's gonna get you on another end because he's got so many guys on the team, and plus he's right there in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale. Daryl Porter said this dude would be at the fence. Hey, your agent ain't get you a new deal. I saw your salary cap number. Come to my office. Right? So
there's the story of a free agent who ended up in Washington, but was being not recruited, air quotes, not recruited at his previous stop, but he showed up there with a new ring and earrings for his wife's birthday that was coming up next week, and he ended up signing with them and going to Washington.
Yeah, and he's creative.
You know why that is?
Why?
Went to Duke and Miami.
Drew Rosenhaus did?
Yeah.
So
he ain't stupid now. I mean, he's smart. He knows what he's doing.
Explains so much.
But I really want to know who did
so
this
much
list,
of
though.
the greasy. There's so much grease on that, Austin.
If there's ever an opposite schools to go, no, actually Miami's actually a private school, so it's actually more of an academic school,
but reputational.
Yeah.
So greasy.
But I want to know who did. I want to know who saw this list, added them up, and looked at it. And said, we're going to push send on this to NFL Network because listen, I don't care what you say. That dude right now, no matter, I don't care about Joe Burrow, I don't care about nothing. Is that dude Kermit the Frog down there in Kansas City? He will cut your heart out. He's done it. He backdoored his way into a Super Bowl when they were supposed to be home fishing. They said, you guys don't want to win? Okay, we'll just do this. We'll just pass. I'll just pass to my buddy all the way down the field, 11 for 11. Take a couple weeks off, hang out with Taylor Swift, and then you know what? We're just going to throw like the old – that's the 49er West Coast offense, the roll out and throw to the flat. Dude wide open. Then he had to tap his boy and said, you just won the Super Bowl.
They're gonna be better.
Yes. And that dude's going to be better. That dude's going to be better.
But
that's why he's number one.
You know why he's going to be better?
Because they got assets.
No, his wife is now popular.
Man, that ain't got nothing to do with
it. The word from Kansas City is, look, this dude is happy. Like his wife gets to he gets to send her to Taylor Swift and bounce. Like he gets that dude ain't got no problems at home.
Yeah, well, and the one thing I want to give him credit for a guy that's at that, where he's at, he's definitely got a level head, and I think, irregardless of what his dad's got some mishaps or whatever, his dad, because when I was, growing up and stuff, they lived kind of around us or whatever, not in particular his dad, but a lot of the twins. And so I think he was able to kind of see some stuff and kind of combat that through his own actions. But there is no reason that he shouldn't be. It's almost like Tom Brady. That's the go-to. Everybody else is 2 through 100.
Well, it's Brady. It's Jordan back in the day. It's, LeBron, maybe it's Mike Trout there for a good 6-year stretch where they are the most valuable player in their sport.
Yeah.
There are people, though, that pop up and have better statistical seasons, right? Like, no one had a better year than Patrick Mahomes. He won the dang Super Bowl.
Right.
Again, went back to back. But you can make the case that he had, the 4th best season statistically.
Sure.
14 picks. I mean, McCaffrey was setting records. Lamar looked back to being himself. Tyreek was doing some unprecedented stuff there for a while.
He had Dak numbers. And won another Super Bowl.
Right, but it doesn't change the fact that he's the best player in the NFL.
And also, when they do the voting is during the season. You got to think the Chiefs struggled for quite some time and a longer period of time. We talked about it. Oh, they'll come out of it. Now, they came out of it like the last 2-3 weeks, but they didn't
came out of it.
Yeah, they did, but it was a lot later than we thought. So this poll or whatever is done at a different time. So that you have to take that. You got to think Tyreek started off. Then number 2 is Lamar Jackson. That's fine, right? He's the MVP. Number 3, Christian McCaffrey. He got a new contract, but this was obviously his best year. I think he showed everything that you need. I think he answered every single negative that they tried to say. But could he run in between the tackles? Could he answer the bell every game? Could he make big plays? Could he lead? He's done all that. He did all that. And then here's Patrick Mahomes. Then they got number 5 here. Is Myles Garrett. I believe that because I think, if he was in a bigger market, he pretty much unstoppable. And he's actually been a lot more motivated than projected coming out of college. And so I like him at number 5. I call him the one-man gang. There ain't nobody else over there trying to do anything. You got, clowning and stuff. He can hang out every once in a while, but Myles Garrett is doing his thing.
Well, I mean, I looked at the guy they have at 6.
That's where I was getting at.
Like those are the 2. Aaron Donald steps down. Those are the 2. Add young man from the evil empire. Those and Mr. Watt. Those are the 4 defenders that will have a say so
in every game. Yeah. That when they decide I'm just going to destroy everything, they're going to destroy everything. And that's just how immensely talented they are. Travis Kelce comes in at number 9.
And I'm wrong. There's actually 6 because 2 of them are in the same team.
For who?
The Raiders.
Oh, Max Crosby, number 10. Yeah,
like there's some dudes.
Yeah. Travis Kelce at number 9. This is a little bit. Travis Kelce obviously is a Hall of Famer. He might go down as the best stat-wise tight end and all this other stuff of all time. He had a little bit of a up and down season, but then obviously he got it together when he needed to. I think he's a little bit higher considering on how like and he admitted it though. The body of work last year.
I think Kelce got the reputation boost that Mahomes probably deserved.
Yeah.
I would rank Mahomes 3 spots higher and Kelce a few lower.
Well, yeah. I would say this. I would dare even offer this. That me personally, would switch. Ready for this? I would switch Kelce and Hill. Because without Hill to do the things that was done to build the career that Kelce built.
Yeah. Well, he benefited off it.
He now carries the luggage. He carries the weight and the burden for Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes without Kelce, probably not the same guy, not the same result.
Yeah. Well, that's why they made the decision.
Right? So I think it's nice for Tyreek to get his flowers. I think the player that's more valuable to the National Football League is Travis Kelce.
Well, yeah, I mean, for sure, it could be. He's valuable in personality-wise, image-wise, and all that. But to the Kansas City Chiefs, it's Mahomes and then Kelsey. And that's just – and you got to give the Chiefs – who, obviously Andy Reid's big in the decision-making, and obviously the GM and all them and the ownership of really recognizing – because you got a lot of teams that mess things up like this.
Mm-hmm.
That just like, we can always get another tight end. Oh, we can draft a guy and get another Kelsey. You can't. This is a perfect storm, a perfect situation, a perfect team, perfect city, perfect organization, and two perfect players to come together and gel and be pretty much unstoppable whenever they decide to do it. They have like their own set of plays. They just got to look at each other and see this guy. Oh, you know how to defeat him, and they know it's going to be there every time. You want to know the exact opposite before you go or Austin is if you remember last year, Buffalo on the road at Philly, right? Allen threw it where he'd always thought Gabe Davis was going to be. Gabe Davis had missed 4 games before that and ran the wrong route to win the game. I guarantee you, if Travis Kelce or Mahomes say they missed a couple games and came back, they wouldn't miss a beat. That's the difference.
Well, you think back to 13 seconds. Sorry to pick that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
thank you.
Mahomes just says, do it, Trav.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
That's the only 3 words, 8 letters that he had to say. Well, let me ask you guys this. How many other cities, like take Mahomes, Kelsey, and Andy Reid, put them in the other 31 NFL cities? How many of those cities are they still as successful in?
Well, I think the better question would be how many other organizations would continue to invest in those two?
Sure.
The same ones that are only trying to win every year, 6 to 8, and 8 is being nice. It'd be like Philly. You could throw Buffalo in there,
with Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Those teams that are you do Green Bay, all those are trying to win.
Yeah. So the Raiders would be the Chiefs, right? With that defense, they would be the Chiefs.
Yeah.
If you replaced Mahomes for in San Diego, yes, same things apply, right?
That's a cursed organization, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Would Mahomes be enough to break the curse?
If you put them opposite any of these top 10 defenders, so Cleveland is in the conversation because we saw what they did with half of Mahomes, right? We saw that. The Steelers, in trusting that with Mike Tomlin, we can say yes. The Bengals, the difference maker would be Mahomes, so yes. Ravens, the difference would be Mahomes, so yes.
San
Fran, Jets,
Everybody.
Cowboys.
You could do everybody.
Giants, Eagles,
Yeah.
like all of those. The only ones that probably wouldn't win it are Washington and Carolina.
Yeah, in Arizona. I think the bigger question is what organizations, when they would get these two players, would continue along the path of growth, stardom. I wouldn't even say a setback when they didn't win a Super Bowl, and then kind of a rebirth, because the rebirth is after Tyreek Hill left. Because you got to think, as Travis Kelce or as Mahomes and McKelsey started going, Tyreek Hill was over here like, all right, I'm the difference maker, right? Before that, he got double teamed and left Kelce wide open. The rebirth of those two, or reinvention, was when Tyreek Hill left, because they had to take it to another level. I don't know how many organizations would continue along that path, because everybody, number one, they want to kind of create their own narrative. They want to be bigger than the players. So I think there's about 6 or 8 that would continue to nourish and foster these two along with everything else.
Didn't we see this in the NBA? Is Tyreek Hill the KD, right? That KD did what he was that player in what should have been the long run, because there's no way that you should have to split those players up, right? Mahomes, Kelce, Hill. And then you split them up, and then he goes from a really good role player in the triplets to being the number 1 player in the league, which is kind of a KD move that we still look at the Dolphins the same way we look at all the teams KD played for.
Yeah.
Y'all should be better with that dude.
It's probably a little bit along the lines of, who I think Tyreek Hill is, and this is not even giving Tyreek Hill enough credit. It's when Jordan and Pippen started to go, and then Horace had to leave.
Yeah. And
then he went to Orlando. Tyreek Hill could be like a Klay Thompson. You got, weirdly enough, Draymond was more highly thought of. Him and Klay, him and Clay are still there. Now Clay's got to go. It's kind of also with like Devontae Adams. If you read, when you watch that receiver show, he wanted to go prove that he didn't need Aaron Rodgers, and he did, right? So sometimes that happens, but I think Kansas City just made a long-term move, and it didn't all of the decision was not based on the field. If you read between,
does he have regret? Is that regret?
Tyreek Hill,
Devontae Adams?
No, no, because
Devontae regrets more than Tyreek.
I think I think Devontae regrets based on the Raiders letting him down.
Or does he regret the choice that he made of where to end up rather than
he doesn't regret leaving. He's bummed that the Raiders haven't worked out.
I think he's bummed the way the Raiders did Derek Carr, because that was the big part of his decision. That's where the regret comes from. Regretting going out of Green Bay. I think he saw the end coming because he wasn't going to come back and play for the franchise, and they had a young quarterback, so it was more of a gamble. So Derek Carr, it worked out the first year. Josh McDaniels came in and blew up everything. Now, I wouldn't say you're stuck like Chuck, but for him to leave, it's going to take a different – he's not going to leave the Raiders and go to a Kansas City unless you're willing to take a super pay cut.
Jets.
Because – the Jets or something, but they're going to have to give up sizable assets, and they're going to have sizable salary cap room, because he's going to go to a new place and going to want an extension.
And somebody that legitimately has the chance to be one of the 8 teams you're talking
right.
about. Like he's not going to go.
So
is he an AFC North guy?
He's a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Pittsburgh or Baltimore?
I just said Pittsburgh Steelers.
The idea of him being in Baltimore gives me the giggles. Because then Baltimore would be the team for the next 3 or 4 years. That's how much I think he has left in the tank and what he brings to the table.
Yeah, he got a ton left in the tank. Yeah. It's that's the thing in free agency for him. You're the best receiver. He's pretty much probably going to be a Hall of Famer.
What if the Chargers go get him?
Not yet. Not yet.
In a year, 2?
They're not good enough yet. Justin
Herbert's just not it. Like he's not using his tight end. He loses Austin Eckler, which I think is a step down no matter what. Like I didn't agree with that. I didn't understand it.
Even last year.
Right. Like it didn't make sense. There are some places that he would go that I went, huh. Like I was afraid he'd end up in Dallas. And I went, oh, please, Lord, no.
He's gonna make a serious career in business decision,
right?
I can see him going.
Devontae is more KD than Tyreek.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Philly, because
I could see.
Yeah, but without the title.
Oh yeah.
I think if he gets the title, then he'll kind of hop around. But I think he made that decision with the intentions of being there because his best friend is there. I think the Raiders
enough to home.
Yeah, and I think the Raiders organization let him down.
Big Bird, stop that, man! Be on the text line creating chaos. Stop that. Stop it. Brandon Ayuk to the Steelers. Stop it. We'll have none of that.
Said that.
Stop it.
Hey, Raiders fan here is coming in. He says, Rich Bisaccia was the first interim coach ever to lead a team to the playoff, and we fire him for, all caps, Josh McDaniels. Then Devontae goes to the Raiders to join his college QB, who Josh immediately put in the doghouse and runs out of town. Devontae has every right to be salty.
He is salty. He is so salty. Well, here's the one. Buffalo. Jay, why is that not the conversation?
Bean showed you he's not going to invest in receivers.
But you better invest in Josh Allen. Honey, look.
They smoke screened you because you know what they're going to do? They're going to overpay you. They showed you it makes it look like they're investing in Josh Allen. You brought in kind of low-level free agents and you drafted Keon Coleman, but you let Diggs go. Why was Diggs? Well, first of all, Diggs is Diggs, but why was Diggs really mad?
Yeah.
Diggs redid his contract on the assumption / promise that you were going to go out and to get a guy like DeAndre Hopkins. You didn't even offer him a sustainable contract to have a second conversation to the point that he got to go to Tennessee and knowing he's losing with Will Levis and what's the dude from Liberty that they drafted?
Malik Willis.
Yeah, knowing he wasn't getting any pass, getting his ribs broken, everything. So now you lost 2.
there's a meme of them standing side by side looking at his phone, waiting for it to go off, waiting for the alert to go off.
Yeah.
That never goes off.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we about to do this soon.
One thing I want you guys to think about on the break and through the break is number 15, Jalen Hurts.
You're a troublemaker today.
Jalen Hurts.
Who got you started today?
Because it's a
Jake Sorensen. We just went through that.
It's a quarterback.
Man.
Yeah, he poked the bear.
Man.
I'm gonna finish the Jake Sorensen story after the break, and then we're gonna talk about Jalen Hurts, where he's at, because I think he's a little bit like almost going into Dak Prescott, where if he stays in Philly,
Stafford,
everything that you do is not going to be good enough. Because he's on the hot seat, but you got a big fat paycheck.
Leave that man alone.
I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I think he's good for Philly, but I don't think he's good for the coach.
I'm cool with Phillying this thing and screwing it up. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Oh, yeah. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. You know what else is great? I saw Vic Fangio called out Devin White. You signed off on the brother coming there. You know what you getting? Right? This is what, hey, listen. This is the guy you pick on. The defensive coordinator. Let's look at all our free agents. I want him. Okay, we got to pay him X amount of dollars. Welcome to training camp. You're not doing good enough. Trust me. And I like Vic. Who are you inspiring 8 years into the league? Right? Those are conversations you have in private.
You literally courted dude by standing out of his window with a big boom box and gave him bank, and then
will you go to the prom with me? Yes, no, or maybe. With the sign, hey,
good enough.
You know what the cardboard thing? Yes, no, or maybe. He says yes. Yeah, you know what? Your dress ain't good enough.
I know I should have asked out your sister.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're wearing, right? I'm wearing blue. You're wearing, like bright yellow. Anyways, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA on Saturday, August 10th at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 9 fights are scheduled for the night, including professional lightweight and welterweight bouts, and the main event of Donnie Bush versus Micah Washington in the professional welterweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the MMA fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through August 11th, enjoy USDA Choice Whole Ribeye Loin for $10.99 per pound. All natural thick-cut Iowa chops for $1.99 per pound. Hand-cut extra meaty loin back ribs for $3.99 per pound. And Dungeness crab clusters for $19.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hey, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. It's official. Wedding season is here, and we know that every detail counts. From bridal party gifts to the finishing touches for the bride and groom, discover our exclusive selection of watches and fine jewelry. Did you know we even offer in-house engraving? Celebrate your special day with a personal touch and a timeless gift they'll cherish forever. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Right, Matt Rule wants to be there. He wants to develop them. He wants to have coaches that have their hands on, are molding them and shaping them. And to your point, giving them the drills, giving them the tools to succeed. But I think Matt Rule is saying at the end of the day, the coaches can't want it more than the players.
Yeah.
The coaches
Because they can't
hold
get out
their
there and
hand
do
on the
nothing.
field.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman, middle of the 5 o'clock hour on the Jay Sorensen.
Get him.
This goes back all the way to 48th and O Street.
Yep.
Where they would, I think Sipple would put up his team he liked. Jake would put up his team.
Yeah.
And, things were happening in Buffalo and, so forth and so on. You're not going to win it. Well, we won it again. Then we won it again.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, he was so confident that he wanted to bet a tomahawk steak.
Mm-hmm.
You know what time it was.
How was it?
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know what I did?
Oh, we paid up.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, I'm going to get that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It is Jay Foreman.
Hey, listen,
Like,
you ever see where Denzel? I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something. Here, matter of fact,
there's more coming on Jake than Jay.
Celebratory. I'm just gonna tell you how I marinated this steak. So I got it, kept it in the fridge. Then I took it out and put my marinade on it. And rubbed it in real good. So put some TLC in it. Then I let it sit in the fridge for like 18 hours. Took it out and slow cooked. It was so scrumdiddly yumptious. You know that? And
flavored it with dolphin's tears.
Yes, and guess what I did?
Sorensen tears.
Yeah, so I did. Then I sliced it off, and you know what I did, Austin? I went old school. I kept a little bit of the meat on the bone, so I could put it in the oven and bake it, just get it a little warm, so I could just eat the rest of me and just gnaw on the bone like I was like
caveman.
Yeah. Just look back at it, and say, you know what? It's always I hate taking advantage of Jake. He's an emotional character. When the Dolphins lose, the world is over for Jake. Am I right, DP?
Every Sunday, the pain that Jake Sorensen goes through.
It's funny though. It's funny
when they win. The pain they go through. He goes through. I've never met a person strike that. I only know two, and they're both here in Lincoln, Nebraska. One has the same reaction to the Huskers as Jake has to the Dolphins. Tom Stevens and Jake Sorensen both watched their teams with the same amount of high-level pain, even over success.
Yeah.
Like, I watched those dudes complain over touchdowns scored. We're up by 14. Yeah, but it's not 28.
Yeah.
It's not 28. Like, he's run for 150 yards. Yeah, but he should have 240 by now. That literally is the two of them. And during Buffalo week, the angst of Jake Sorensen.
He don't sleep that week. And he got a bad stomach.
Like Jake is a member of the Tight Pants for Men Club, and they get tighter on Buffalo week.
Oh yeah. But the best part is that, hey Austin, the best part is all I gotta do is text him, and it's no reply. Jake? Are you okay?
He throws the phone when Jay texts.
All I do is check on you. If it was me losing to the Dolphins, I would expect people to say, "Hey, Jay, how you taking this?"
So Thursday of Bills Dolphins week, Jay Foreman will walk back there. Jake Sorensen could be doing anything. He will pick up his phone and act like he's on a call.
Oh yeah,
just to not have to deal with Jay Foreman. I
let him wear the Buffalo jersey last year. Let him know what it's like to put on a winner's uniform. And this is how I'm going to be worse this year. I'm already telling you right now. Here's how I'm going to be worse. The fact that we don't have Stephon Diggs. So the fact that the RoboCop or Gabe Davis, the RoboCop going to get off on you still. So you can have Tua, you can have Waddle, you can have Tyreek Hill, you can have everybody. You can have Gesicki or whatever. Is he up there? No, he's here in New England.
Yeah, he's there.
A-Chain and Mostert.
Yeah, you can have all that. You can have all those guys, and you're still gonna lose, and that will be sweet.
He believes that. So that week, I mean, that's one of our games. That's one of the games the tickets will broadcast. I fully expect. So normally Austin will do the NFL previews, but I think that week we have a special. Austin plays moderator to you and Jake.
He came on last year, didn't he?
Right? Yeah, he came on.
He came on for a second.
Right. I think having Austin moderate kind of, presidential debate.
If the Dolphins don't win the East this year, they'll never win. If they don't, Buffalo will go on like a reign forever. The Jets will beat them. That's the team you got to worry about. If Aaron is healthy.
Well, I mean, he went through the pain with Rico and the Patriots because they couldn't get over the hump and break the streak. And then as soon as Brady left, here come the Bills and Josh Allen. And I'm pretty sure there's a hat somewhere, a Dolphins hat, that he's thrown into the ground. Like he broke in.
Do you think he has a designated Dolphins throwing hat?
I'm positive.
I wish we could have just a little spy camera on Jake watching the Dolphin game.
We can live stream that.
They have a baby monitor. Get in contact with his wife and say, hey, can you move this monitor to your living room NFL Sundays?
Well, the game watch with him, just to have him on the stream.
And have his commentary.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. You two talking trash to each other. You know what? I'm going to throw some money in the pot. That is, hold on. I got the schedule right in front of me. That is September 12th. Night game, Monday Night Football.
Oh, hell no.
So here's what we do. We will not do a one-on-one that Monday, the 12th.
Roll old school.
Here's what we do. It is Sorensen versus Foreman. in a live stream before we go to the game. And then on the stream, we'll just have Jay and Jake. I'll provide 2 tomahawk steaks prepared.
Then I can get 2.
Yeah,
I'll just take
right.
Jake's.
And then you just sit there, and we'll have sponsors. We may have a fan or 2 for each team because they're Bills fans and Dolphins fans that will come and support. And then we'll have the text line open. And we'll just let Jay Foreman just give him the work.
The business. And he is not wise enough to make a business decision.
But Jake brings it upon himself. That's the whole moral of the story. I was in there, just congregating, just talking to Jake. And then he starts this every single year.
Austin, what size referee shirt do you need?
Medium, please.
Okay.
Gotcha. Every single year, Austin.
I think I provided a whistle.
Whistle.
I got one.
Beanbag, yellow beanbag.
I might have a fake one that the student section threw against Oregon.
Inappropriate texting. Is that?
Oh, I got people for that.
Right.
Jake needs a for the homie the clown sock thing. Boom. I don't think so. Every time when the Bills beat him again, I'm gonna ride that. Boom. I don't think so.
Bills don't play that.
Yeah,
Buffalo don't play that. Yeah,
it's gonna be hard for Buffalo to beat them this year, though.
I think that's the add-on. I think we do that September.
And I hate it because Jake's gonna think the Dolphins are. We're undermanned.
But see, for you, the pain will be it stinks that we lost to Miami. For Jake, it's going to be this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And then next year's going to hit. You'll be wavering a little bit up and down, but Jake's going to be this, and that's hard to come back.
But here's another thing. That's a busy week for you, Jay Foreman, because that's on the 12th. That Sunday at 12 noon, it's Houston, Indianapolis.
Oh, let's go. Jake and I have switched spots. Jake and I are switching spots.
It is Texans Colts
Man,
to start
listen,
the season.
Every time I see something about the Colts, they act like they act like this dude Richardson is like Cam Newton, Randall Cunningham, all into one. Man, you ain't played a game yet. And the last time you played Houston, we knocked you out literally of this whole season.
And you know why? Because they trusted an Iowa running back. That will not happen again.
Can we get to week 1
I feel bad
already?
for that dude, though.
I don't.
Can I have this? So this is so good that on
Austin.
on
See,
Sunday,
the thing is, Austin knows. He knows more than the Dolphins. He knows what the slew-footed slanger gonna come and do. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna run through that Colts defense like you know what through a tin horn.
Do you know how unbearable? Do you know how
Bradley's just playing cover
unbearable?
2 instead of cover 3.
How unbearable Jay Foreman is going to be?
Ziggy Small.
I can tell you this right now. Austin, hey, listen, after we beat you, Austin, I can promise. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm coming in here with my Texan uniform on from head to toe. I still got my old turf cleats. I'm going to wear the white pants. I'm going to take me a while to put them on. And I don't have pads. I'm wearing the jersey and the helmet. And I'm doing the show in my uniform.
And you know what I'm doing? I'm wearing my Colts hat because I'm a man and I respect my team.
Jeremy the Grill
I'm not going to run.
I'm going to ask you a favor. Are you available that Sunday to make a plate? So what you need is a winner's plate
and a loser's plate.
A loser's plate.
Loser's plate is chicken nuggets.
But the winner's plate,
mystery.
The winner's plate, the loser has to serve the winner and watch him eat it.
Oh, I can't do that.
That's from Jeremy the Grill
I can't do that.
He says
I can be there and eat my chicken nugget. Well, I know we ain't losing. I wouldn't make you serve me. That's why I wouldn't do it also. I want to eat in peace. I don't want nobody touching my food. It's a king's meal, and we're going to do it. I'm gonna have to get on. I'm gonna have to get on a workout program because I'm gonna be eating steak every weekend.
Are we doing this both games or just week?
I'm gonna have the grill on the patio.
Okay.
Grill on the patio.
Or do we do season series?
And we'll pull
point
the meat
differential tiebreaker
straight off the grill.
You that confident?
How
in your
about
coach?
that? Get him.
You just don't listen. DP.
D'Amico Ryan, sophomore slump. Shane Steichen. By stocking.
Oh my God!
Jeremy the Grillmaster said he's on. Absolutely,
I cannot believe
he's in.
You and Jake, you got to stop hanging out with Jake because
Jake is
you guys really
about
believe
the Royals
that your Colts is going to come in and do something with the Texans.
Colts might go 2-15, but they're winning twice against you.
No, they ain't winning. You better take that stuff to Jacksonville
and
deal with Goldilocks. That ain't happening here. We ain't having. It ain't happening over
He
here.
hasn't won in Jacksonville in 8 years, so I already expect that one.
Oh,
it's not gonna happen.
I
can promise you.
Okay.
Week 1 is.
Matter of fact, I gotta call down there and make sure see how training camp is going because I definitely ain't gonna be trying to lose no, because you guys are acting like you guys won the Super Bowl. No,
we got the best quarterback in the AFC South.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know we do.
Ooh.
I said
he ain't even on the top 100 list. He ain't even played.
They overhyped Stroud. He comes in at 20.
All right, man. Listen, I'm gonna think about it. I'll have my answer tomorrow.
There you go.
It's highly likely, yes, but that's gonna be a great week. Monday night, tomahawk.
Yeah.
Sunday night, another tomahawk.
Yeah.
Giving brothers haircuts next. Next. After that, you better hope. AD, if you listen, you better hope one of my teams don't play Pittsburgh.
I'm trying to look at the schedule.
Yeah,
you get the Ravens,
and with the Broncos, is that Raph's team?
Yeah.
Texans Steelers is preseason.
I know it's on TV.
Week.
Yeah. What about we don't play Detroit?
We have the Drive Bowl September 15th.
Ooh.
Let's see here. No, AD is clear from the outside of preseason.
See?
All right. It's going to be a thing.
I like it, man.
It's going to be a thing.
I like it. Jalen Hurts, we let you off the hook, man. We'll deal with you later on this week.
Let it be done.
We're going to take a quick break. Jay Foreman, DP, Peyton Manning. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela. They let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh, wait. You already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through August 6th is buy one New York strip, get one free. Also 10% off all cheese. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy, hot, and humid with the high around 101. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 69. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and cooler. And the afternoon high around 84. Meteorologist Kyle Becker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA on Saturday, August 10th at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 9 fights are scheduled for the night, including professional lightweight and welterweight bouts and the main event of Donnie Bush versus Micah Washington in the professional welterweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the MMA fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through August 11th, enjoy USDA Choice Whole Ribeye Loin for $10.99 per pound. All natural thick-cut Iowa chops for $1.99 per pound. Hand-cut extra meaty loin back ribs for $3.99 per pound. And Dungeness crab clusters for $19.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Power outages can impact traffic lights. If you come across a non-functioning traffic light, treat the intersection as a 4-way stop. Learn more safety tips at les.com/safety.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Quick segment before we put a bow on this Monday. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman. I wanted to ask you the other big sporting news. There was a sporting event that happened Saturday. Was Bud Crawford, the one of the longest cards in history. Started at 2:30 in the afternoon and went all the way to like 2 a.m. But nevertheless, he pulled through. There's only been 4 guys, and Bud's one of them, 4 division champs. Doesn't matter how it looks. Obviously, everything that he's done up until that point was either a TKO or a regular knockout. I think his opponent was game. I think that, sometimes when you're one of the obviously I think he's pound for pound the best that's going right now. You're not just going to be able to mow everybody down. I think styles make fights. I think he went up for this fight. I think that his opponent had if you watched it, I think he was quicker than Bud and those guys, thought. I think he had a little bit more power and he was a little bit better boxer, but his style was weird because he kind of bobbed and weaved, and then he would like throw his hands so it kind of, I think it just kind of, he's awkward, but he was actually good at it.
Well, and there's a lot more tape on Bud than there was on his opponent.
Yeah, because he'd only fought 11 fights,
10 fights.
Yeah,
he was 10-0-1 going in.
Yeah.
I mean, to be at that level, and again, there's always the comeuppance. I mean, we understood what Mayweather went through with Canelo.
Yeah,
like we've seen it happen. So you circled this fighter and say, okay, in the future it'll be a thing. But what it was to Bud was that it was just a workmanlike performance.
Right.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done.
I mean, he never was. I don't think he ever was in a position. I don't think the outcome was ever in doubt. Now, I think he had to turn it on late, though.
I think the outcome was in doubt. ESPN was saying that 2 of the 3 scorecards had Bud behind going into the final round.
Now, by everybody, I will say this, by everybody else's scorecard across it, like might have lost. But I think with him, I think he was able to turn. You're going to get the benefit of the doubt too. I just think that that style was a little different. Maybe the weight. You can't expect the dominant. And the dude was game because Bud's dealing with what we had to deal with when I played. You're going to get everybody's best shot.
And you went to his home turf to do it his way. You fought his fight. You didn't, like you said, dominate. But here's the thing: you found a way.
Yeah,
that's what champions do.
In another division, so you're not used to him.
Does the next fight have to be in Omaha?
If he's fighting Canelo, you ain't fighting in Omaha. But I want to see that fight.
Do you?
Yeah,
I don't know that I necessarily need to see him go up to fight Canelo.
That would be a big challenge, but that'd be a mega fight.
Is his legacy secure without it?
Yes. He's the GOAT if he goes home now.
Pound for pound?
No, he ain't. I mean, that's still Floyd.
I wouldn't. Me,
I like it even if he goes and say. I mean, that's probably a big jump up to Canelo. There's other fights he could do. I think he needs a signature win.
I mean, I look at this the way I looked at Sugar Ray and Hagler. While I kind of don't want Sugar Ray to do it, I understand what happens if he goes and does it well. I also am not sure that I need to see.
I don't. I mean, he's a great fighter. I don't care what goes on from here. He was a great fighter 5 or 6 fights ago. But I think he's up for it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think
he's not working from fear. So
right, I think he's up for it though, and I think it might be a little bit of guys that know that he's up for it, and they might not want at this point in their career that type of get back because keep coming right back with it. So they're going to have to train to a different level, knowing that Bud's going to train at a level he's ready to go full 12.
It's Canelo. Like if there was,
I don't know about that.
Was another guy,
this ain't the Canelo. I like it because if it's close, I gotta see that. I gotta see you run it back.
Okay,
so I get twice that paycheck. Then I can go chill. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go chill right now. Beautiful Monday. It was hot, boy. Woo.
101 still.
Yeah, we get a little break though.
101 still.
It's another day closer to my Buffalo Bills rat-a-tat-tatting them Dolphins, and another week closer to what we always do to them Colts. Do you remember the last time we played at the Colts? Nico Collins did the walk-off. Do you remember that, Austin?
Remember what happened the last time the Colts played at Houston?
Yeah, we knocked your quarterback out. Yeah, you know what? Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll have more stories of how my teams always run through Jake's and Austin. But me and Austin are always we're going to be a peaceful battle.
It's man to man.
Yeah.
Never personal.
Jake's is personal. Anyway. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman. We'll holler at you tomorrow.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through August 6th is buy one New York strip, get one free. Also, 10% off all cheese. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Clothes dryer not drying like it should? Could be your dryer vent. Call Bryant for a professional cleaning. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every